Okay, in this video we're just going to talk about trickle charging on the Anker power banks, and specifically in this video we're using the Anker Nano, but this works across a range of different Anker power banks. And if you don't know what trickle charging is, it's essentially designed for low power devices like wireless headphones, these little Bluetooth mics, anything that just draws quite a low amount of power. And the reason this feature is required is essentially because some of these draw such a small amount of power from the power bank. Sometimes it's almost not registered in the power bank that it's being delivered. So what can happen sometimes is the power bank will just shut itself off before it actually gets to full charge. So you'll put it on for a few hours, unplug it, and then realise that it's still not fully charged. And if you're finding that's the case, that will be because of you need to use trickle charging. So we'll just quickly go through how to switch it on, how it works, what the kind of caveats of it are. So first thing really to switch it on, the Anker Nano is quite a basic power bank. There's not a lot of buttons or kind of features with it, but what it does have, I'll just show you on this one how to switch it on. So on the top we've got one button here, and if we press it once you get the display on, so it just tells us how much power is there. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer in focus, because it's quite small on this. If I press it twice, you can just about see up in the corner there, this little blue button's come on. Double press it again, it's gone. So just two presses, trickle charging on, trickle charging off. And it's something you have to remember to switch on, but after 2 hours it will actually switch itself off. So if you do plug in a low power device, after 2 hours it will switch itself out of that mode anyway. So you might have to sort of check in and just make sure that it's charged, or you need to use it again. But I was a little bit confused about it because I found that anything I would plug in through here, so I could plug these mics in. You can probably just about see there the lights on, it's charging it fine. If I plug in this set, you can just see here more or less, hopefully there's a flashing red button, and I'd actually find that it would just charge them all the way through. And it turns out the reason for that is because it's using this built-in cable through the USB-C fast charging. So it looks like the trickle charge actually comes more into effect when you've got something like this USB Lite, which takes a different USB cable. So it's a USB micro. You probably can't see that at all, but it's there we go, it's a micro USB as opposed to USB-C. So when you plug it in, you need to use a separate cable for it. So obviously the micro goes into there, and then the USB-A part of it just sort of goes into here, and then you'll be able to see on there, look, we've got just there, we've got the light going for it. And then it will, like I say, it will initially charge, but you can see actually on the power bank it's not even registered that the power has come on, or the power draw. So then we can just do a double press, and then you can see we're into trickle charge, and that's going to guarantee, like I say, that this is going to get at least 2 hours of charge. So that's sort of where it comes in handy there with the USB, anything outside of the sort of built-in USB-C power basically. And I think the reason for that is essentially anything that's a low power draw coming through this, it can almost sort of detect that automatically. So usually your low power draw devices coming through the USB-C built-in cable will actually work. But I appreciate not all power banks actually have this. This is sort of a feature of this power bank, so you may not have a built-in cable anyway. But yeah, that's about it really. It's quite a simple feature, but I just wanted to sort of try and explain some of sort of how it works. One thing you will also find, if you've got a phone that accepts, if the power bank will do something like quick charge, or even for sort of drone batteries, or if it's just a mobile phone, usually this will give, or on my phone it's called an ultra charge, so a slightly quicker than standard charge. But when trickle charging's on, it will just give it a standard charge. So that's worth knowing as well. So if you're charging multiple things, you might want to sort of have a think about how you do it, because some things will get charged slower than maybe they would normally. So just sort of bear that in mind. But yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. If you have, give the video a like. If you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe.